Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful and honored to be playing with such talented, wonderful people tonight. Thank you so much to Anju for putting this on. Thank you to theblacklab for hosting us. My name is Fortier. I'm from Calgary and from Fort McKay First Nation in northern Alberta, where I spent half of my year. I don't usually spend much time on stage talking when I play, but the actual performance part of this piece is only like 5 minutes, so I thought I'd just talk about it for a minute. I developed this piece when I got into a residency that Anju really helped me with Media Arts Committee, who is here in Vancouver. And the idea of the residency was talking about kind of like self-care and how that's this difficult thing to achieve when you're like a marginalized person in Canada. So most of the people that were involved were people of color, trans people, queer people. And this was to do a sound art piece, and I'd never done a sound art piece before. No, she was very encouraging. He's like, you should do this. And I got in, and I didn't really know what to do. And I was thinking about this notion of self-care and how do you do this. And as an Indigenous person in so-called Canada, it's hard to think of like, oh, how do I, in a colonized state, in a colonial system, how do I take care of myself? And for me, that was to decolonize. It's like, how do I do that? Okay, so I can learn the culture and spiritual practices of my people. I'm Cree, but my granny was taken away from her home when she was 5 years old in Fort McKay, taken to residential school. So our culture and our language was stripped from her in residential school, so that didn't get passed down. So I spent my life growing up in a very white Christian family. So I didn't learn these things growing up. And so I was thinking, oh, I'm going to try to do a traditional dance, which is something that I didn't grow up with, something I don't know how to do. And I'm going to record it as a certain kind of process of failure. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to be good at this. And I didn't practice it beforehand. I just grew up going to powwows and I knew what the dance looked like. I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to our songs and I'm going to try this. And so that was a piece that I did for Media Arts Committee, is I recorded myself. And every time I made a mistake, I have a looper here. So I'm going to put some contact mics on my feet. I'm going to try to dance. And I haven't done this since I did this piece, so I haven't practiced on the drum. So I haven't gotten any better. And every time I make a mistake, I'm going to loop it, and then it just builds and builds. It's also going to go through distortion just because it's fun. So that is the premise of the piece. And I'm nervous because this isn't something that I usually do. Usually I make just very loud noises and I don't have to talk in front of it. I need to do what I'm doing right now. And it's also weird to do something that I'm bad at. And I think there will be some healing in the failure of this process. So I'm very grateful for you all being here. And I hope you enjoy the piece. I have some merch from my other project that I played last night called Echthros, so if anybody's interested in that. And just...
And the project is amazing, and the tape was released on Iron Lung Records, and you should pick it up.
So the name of this piece is Resilience is Living Through Your Own Apocalypse. So I'm going to start. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I did a cover of a song by Tiny DeGock, Let's See the Game. I recorded it and I put it on a flexi disc. I'm really proud of it. It's Stokovich, my absolute favorite, and I'm just going to play that song next. Thank you.